Welcome to This Week with Tammie Holland, powered by Brown and Crouppen. I'm Tammie Holland. If you're watching right now on YouTube, thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button. And notice I'm doing something a little different today. My guest today is a superstar in his own right. He is the owner of a most dynamic transportation company. And I thought, you know what, to get a good interview out of my guest today, I thought, you know what, let's take it to the streets, okay? Let's talk to my guest today in his element, okay? A place in which I feel so special. My guest today is none other than Terry Dumas. I like to say Dumas because I'm all classy. Look, I always want to be pretending to be classy, but it is Dumas, okay? But he is the owner of Driver One Transportation and a good friend of mine. Terry, welcome to This Week with Tammie Holland. How are you?
Thank you for having me.
Are you comfortable up there?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there.
I'm so happy to have this experience. I almost want to take off my shoes and get comfortable back here.
Go ahead, everybody does.
Do they really? Really? Is that like one of the first things that people do when they get into the car with you?
Sometimes, if you got on those red bottoms and you had them on all night and it's 3 a.m.
Listen, and your feet are on fire, of course. That is
Yes.
exactly what you want to do.
Guys and girls.
Guys and girls want to take off their shoes.
Them
Well,
red bottoms hurt.
Okay, well, these aren't red bottoms. I'm not grown up enough yet, but I'm going to pull them off anyway. How about that? Terry, I love to talk to entrepreneurs. I love to talk to people who are self-made, people who make things happen for themselves. And I like your story. I only know a little bit of it, but what I do know about it, I think that it's something that other people should know about as well. Let's talk about your beginnings. How did we get here, and how did I get into the back of this car like this?
The beginning?
Yeah, the beginning.
Well, it started out, I worked for every limousine company for almost 15, 20 years. And I would get so frustrated with a dirty car, bad pay, double bookings, and things that I'm passionate about. A clean car, things like that, and they weren't doing it. So I got fed up and said, I need some extra money. Let me trade in my pickup truck and I'm gonna buy me a Cadillac Escalade and I'm gonna do car service.
Man, that was the smartest thing.
Yeah.
That was so genius of you to do that. How many years have you been on your own now at this point?
On my own, I would say, I don't really remember, but if I had to guess, maybe 10.
10 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And in the 10 years that you've been doing this business, Driver One Transportation, you have been so fortunate and so blessed to have worked with some of the biggest and brightest names in the music industry in Hollywood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. I've been very blessed.
Yeah, that's really cool. You know, in your line of work, you know, obviously discretion is key because, you know, I often use you and I'm very loyal to you.
Thank you.
And because we have loyalty for one another, I know that there are secrets that you'll keep of mine. So I can't imagine that you would dish on anybody. But you know, I got to get a couple of good stories.
My business would go to the dirt if I told anything.
I know. But like, I want everybody, if you're watching YouTube right now, go to Driver One Transportation on Instagram. Is that your Instagram?
Yes, ma'am.
Driver One. So it's the number one. Driver One Transportation on Instagram, and you'll get a good feel. Okay, so I'll just name a few people like right off the top. I saw Suki the goat.
Yes.
I saw Suki the other day. I saw her on your page. I know that I've heard great stories about the champ, about come on, the boxer and
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather. I know Floyd Mayweather. I know, let's see, maybe a little Wayne. You don't have to confirm or deny,
yes,
but I'm hearing these things.
Yes.
I know locally, I mean, everybody locally uses you, but like everybody calls you Terry. How does that make you feel?
It's a blessing.
Really?
It's a blessing.
Do you ever fan out over anybody?
No. I didn't get a chance to. I was throwing the fire so quick, I had to focus on getting it right. I'll tell you a brief story. after I got in the transportation business, I
Yeah.
was just regular, right?
What is
But
that? Wait, what do you mean you were just regular?
I was like the guy with the black truck trying to drum up business.
Got you.
I hooked up with a guy who was connected in the music industry.
Okay.
He had all the transportation. He was on his way out. So I worked for him a few times. He ran the shiesty deal. I didn't get paid because he told everybody it was his company. He kept the money. So I kind of, paid my dues. So eventually I wised up and I told him, hey, listen, we're not doing this no more. He had a client list with Live Nation and all the big companies.
Yeah.
I paid him for his client list.
Oh, that was smart, Terry.
And then he had to do the introduction, but see, that didn't get me in. I had to do the job.
Yeah.
My first job was 9 cars. I only had 1.
So how'd you pull that off? If
I told the
somebody
promoter
hired you,
if he wasn't happy with the job, he didn't have to pay me.
wow. So you would have footed the bill for those 9 cars, and I bet that was pretty.
And
expensive.
I was working an 8-hour job also at
Wow.
that time.
Wow. So I'm hoping that you're going to tell me that first gig where you
Got
you
my
took
foot
a
in the
gamble,
door. Yes.
got your foot in the door.
Yes.
Went in and rented some extra vehicles, perhaps.
Yes.
Borrowed some vehicles. I don't know.
Stole, rented.
Yeah, and it worked out real good for you.
It worked out.
And the rest is history.
Yes, ma'am.
So what can you say to a young entrepreneur who is like trying so hard to make things happen, but maybe scared to take that chance like you did?
Tammie, it's kind of like this. You can't be a business owner or an entrepreneur in a business if you're not passionate about what you do.
Yeah.
I care about a clean car. I care about getting the door for a client. I do everything for the client that I want done for me.
Okay.
So you have to care. So if you're a cook, you have to be passionate about your food.
Yeah, this is so true.
Okay. If
This
you're a
is so
painter,
true.
you have to be passionate about not, spilling paint.
Yeah, this is so true.
You have to be passionate about it. And it kind of found me, so I kind of lucked into it.
I think it's really interesting how you talk about, you've mentioned twice now, a clean car. That would just be like the ultimate prerequisite. If you have a transportation company and you're picking people up in black cars, it seems to me that those cars would be clean. That's not the going thing? People don't keep a clean
Not
car?
all the time. The companies I worked for sometimes would double book and send a dirty car back out, or just different things that I didn't work for me
Interesting.
because I cared.
Interesting. Wanted to tell you that my friends over at Superior Products, they've got some things for you. I'll share with you.
Yes.
Shout outs to
yes,
Superior.
great stuff.
Yeah, great products. So good looking out to my friend Blue Bolden. Love ya. Okay. I kind of want to tell our story.
Go ahead.
I kind of want to tell our story. So, you guys, this was the most humbling experience, and this is why I love Terry so much. Okay. Anytime, like over the past, I don't know, how long have we been connected now? Maybe 10 years?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, maybe.
I knew who you were. You just didn't know who I was.
You were so sweet. I needed a black car for something, and I called one of my friends. I'm like, who do you use? He says, of course, you can't mess with nobody but Terry. So ever since then, I have only rocked with Terry. So when the most important day of my life happened for me, I'm like, nobody can drive me and nobody can handle me but Terry, right? So I called Terry, and it was the day that I was given the key to St. Louis by the Honorable Tashara Jones, okay? It was a fantastic day. Terry was so good to me, of course, door to door, just such a gentleman. He walked me on the inside. It was just a perfect day. After it was over, I don't know what happened to my body. At that point, I was newly diagnosed with cancer, and so my body was doing a lot of different things. And I don't know, it was like something happened. I hadn't had a menstrual cycle, you guys.
Oh my God.
I know, Terry. I know.
Oh,
I'm telling the
God.
story. Hadn't had a menstrual cycle in ages, right? I don't know what happened, if it was all the joy at St. Louis City Hall. It was the fact that God wanted to humble me and keep me grounded that day. I don't know what it was, but y'all, I started my cycle in the back of Terry's car.
I was never going to tell that.
Terry! Terry. And the thing was, it was like a murder scene. It was like something on the inside of me was stabbing me and saying, just die. Okay? And I was mortified. I was humiliated. I was like, it's supposed to be the biggest day of my life. I just got the key to the city, but it looks like a murder scene in the back seat of this beautiful driver one transportation vehicle. Of course, Terry goes, no worries, Miss Holland. I'll clean that up for you. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? There would have been no way. So here I am cleaning up the cycle from the back of the seat. Terry was so classy. He offered to help me, but I'm like, that is just too gross. Terry, and so that's how we I think that's really when Terry and I became connected, when I got my cycle in the back of this car.
That is not something that we wanted to share.
Okay, that broke the ice now, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
All right, so now I told a story. Now you tell me one.
What story you want to hear, Tammie?
I don't know. Tell me anything,
Maybe
Terry.
about, how particular certain clients are.
Yeah, come on, give me something like that. Tell me
Well,
something like that.
I had one that had us sit for over 8 hours. And then maybe 30 minutes before they landed, they made us drive the truck down to the Chaffetz.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody inspected the truck, make sure the electrical outlet worked.
Inside the
because they
vehicle.
had to have a ventilator.
Oh. Like for life?
No, just like a breathing machine.
Yeah, but like, did this
Right.
person need it to live?
Yeah, and we sat for almost 8 hours waiting on them to land.
Oh.
And they had the nerve to only want to pay us for 2 hours.
Oh, wow. I'm more interested in the ventilator.
Well, it was a breathing thing to clean the air, I guess.
I get it.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay, so
what you want to hear about?
Do people have really weird demands? Do they ask for weird things?
No. Most of my clients,
I'm going to take off my other shoe, Terry.
by God's grace,
Amen.
have private conversations in the car with me because they trust me.
Yeah.
I've heard some stuff that TMZ would probably pay me for, but I'd never take it.
There you go,
Because
Terry.
my reputation
There you go, Terry.
is way bigger than any amount of money they could pay me.
Amen. I love that about you.
Yeah. Offset don't want his business out. Cardi B don't want his business out. Amari Hardwick don't want his business out. Definitely not 50 Cent. So they can have a conversation in my car and be safe.
Yes, that's what's up. Well, you don't ever want to tangle with 50 anyway.
No.
Never.
When I first met 50,
Yeah.
50 didn't even talk to me. He talked to his manager and had his manager tell me everything with us sitting in the car.
Okay.
Before 50 got out of the car
Yeah.
and we got done with the day,
Yeah.
I was in the hotel suite next door to him in the Four Seasons.
Oh. You all were old friends by then.
We was good friends by then.
And you know what, Terry? It's because you've got really a beautiful magnetic personality.
Thank you.
And you're so warm and so cool and so calm. It's just like a spirit about you. So I can understand that. I totally get that. Now, one of my second favorite experiences is when I was first diagnosed with cancer. You know, I didn't know what was going on with me. I was starting to do my little to-do list. You know what I'm saying? Bucket list or whatnot. And I wanted to go to see the Chiefs play. It was a championship game.
Oh, we did go to.
And you drove me and my cousin Kenna to Kansas City for that championship game. We lost that game.
We did.
But we won on the way home.
Yeah, and you called me that morning, last minute, like all my
I did not
clients.
call you that morning. I may have called you. The game was on Sunday. Maybe I called you on Friday.
No, you did not call me on Friday. You called me on Saturday evening.
That is not true,
That
Terry.
is so true.
Am I like am I last minute like that for
You
real?
are part of the Hall of Fame. I have a thing about my clients.
Yeah.
All of them wear Rolexes, but none of them can tell time.
Oh my gosh. Am I do I have
You're in that group.
okay. So I'm labeled?
I wouldn't necessarily say labeled. It's a thing. Most people that are celebrities
This is Terry Croupen's house right here.
and
everybody.
have a lot going on.
We probably shouldn't have that on the TV,
Yeah,
but there's Terry's house.
that's a shame.
Okay.
No, most clients, their day is a whirlwind, so they deal with what goes on that day. So one of my favorite ones will call me when he's in the air from Atlanta, and he calls me Unc, and he says,
Everybody calls you Unc though, right?
some call me OG, some Mr. Terry. I'm a lot of different things.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he'll call me and say he's landing, and there was a time that I couldn't get to him because I was on the highway making it back to St. Louis. He called me from his private line unblocked.
Oh wow.
What you mean you can't get me?
Uh-oh.
I'm like, well, I'm not sitting here waiting on you, so I got to send somebody to get you, but I'll see you first thing in the morning. He said, I got your room at the hotel. Just come straight to me.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
How about I had an experience like that one time. I called for you and you sent somebody else and I was mad. I meant it. I was like, oh, you guys are so sweet, but where's Terry?
That's messed up. Everybody can't cut myself in pieces.
I know. What can you tell me about Floyd Mayweather? I'm so fascinated by him.
About Floyd?
Yeah.
I've drove Floyd maybe 4 times. I got a private invite to his birthday party from his now, God rest her soul, assistant.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she passed.
Yeah.
Floyd is just like one of the guys down the street that has money, right?
Yeah.
He don't treat people any different.
I love that.
He's exactly who he shows who he is. He gave me a $4,000 tip, I think.
Oh, and you deserve that.
Yeah.
You deserve that.
I didn't even know it. I thought it was for me and the drivers, right? He said, no, I'm going to take care of them. This is for you because I told him it was my company.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, and he is so down to earth. He has a private jet. So his assistant told me, she said, Terry, when he wakes up, he may be ready to go, so you got to be close. I couldn't afford a hotel room then, so we slept in the car down by the Four Seasons. He woke up and said he was ready to go. He left 2 of his relatives because he told me to leave because he said, I'm paying for everything. I ain't waiting on nobody. Just like one of us. Like,
right.
Yeah.
If you know, then you know to get up.
They pulled up in a cab in rollers and a house coat because they knew he was going to leave them.
Yeah.
It wasn't their first rodeo.
Yeah.
That backpack he carries, heavy. He got out of the car one time and handed it to me. I was like, what the?
Is it all money?
Full of money. Full of money.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must be some life to have. Yeah, but you deserve that tip. Do people do well in that respect? Are they good tippers for you?
Different people are, different people aren't.
Well, now give me like who? Well, you can't tell me who's not a good tipper. Come on, let's just talk about Suki.
You want to talk about Suki?
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, and the only reason why is that she was probably one of your last posts on Instagram.
No.
No?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well
Suki,
she was up there at the top pretty much.
Suki is everything you see on TV with Suki.
Yeah.
That's Suki.
She got in the car and she was just like, was she normal?
She was like, I don't want to go where everybody else go. Take me where they cook the food dirty, grill, right. She said, take me to the hood where the food is right. And I don't know what Chinaman is, but I'm trying it.
Where'd you take her? Where'd you take her?
I took her on Goodfella Natural Bridge.
Goodfellow, right there on the corner?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I know exactly that place.
Yes.
I want to go there, but I'm going to be real honest with you. I'm a little intimidated. I'm a little intimidated and a little scared.
We just took Blakeyana on Grand and right there by Herbert Hoover. So
Oh yeah.
we don't care.
That's over there by the Funky Four Corners.
Yes, we didn't care.
Being Loud. That's
Yeah.
that's a little different. Yeah, but that
They
natural
care.
bridge in Goodfellow, that's a whole nother thing
That's a
right
whole
there.
nother area.
Yeah, but did Suki like our St. Louis Chinese food?
She loved it.
Okay, that's what's up, Suki. That's what's up. I
Yeah.
love to hear it. Yeah, because we got the best fried rice ever.
Right.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Now, you have me on this podcast, right?
Yeah,
And you're asking me how I got where I got, right?
yeah.
I'm going to forget some people, but very important.
Okay.
Loose Cannon Slim,
I love loose
Liquid
cannons, Sam.
Assets,
Yes.
Nitty Gritty,
Yes.
all the other promoters that call me. I can't come up with all their names.
Yeah.
They the ones that trusted me with whatever celebrity they were bringing in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nitty and Carlos and Slim and Phil,
Yeah.
they all trusted me when I was nobody.
Yeah.
My loyalty to them is untouchable.
And I didn't know if I could say, because I was trying to function with discretion, but it was Loose Cannon Slim that I called. And I'm like, Slim, come on, I need a black car. Yeah, you got to call my man Terry.
Is that who told you to call me?
Yes, you got to call my man Terry.
Yeah,
you
Slim.
don't know Terry.
Yeah. Well, Slim was the one that I told him he didn't have to pay me if I didn't get it right.
Was that so?
Yeah.
Was that so?
Yeah.
What a
And
story.
Phil, Nitty, all of those guys kind of paved the way for me with the celebrities. But what you have to remember is them giving me the celebrity didn't get me in. Me getting the job right got me in.
Mm-hmm.
Because anybody can introduce you to somebody, but you have to get the job done.
Yeah.
And I care about the job.
Yeah, you do.
This car you in now
Yeah.
was full of mud.
When? Right before you picked me up?
Right before I picked you up, because we went to the cemetery with the young
yeah.
kid that was murdered in Jennings.
Yeah.
And the cemetery was muddy. I'm talking about cakes of mud. I had to wash it myself before I got here.
Wow.
Because I care.
Because you care. And it does make a difference. God rest that little young person's soul and bless his
Yeah.
family, truly bless his family. But yeah, I think that more people, especially entrepreneurs, and not even someone aspiring to be in a transportation business, but just in general,
Yeah.
you have to take pride in your work, and you have to
You got to know somebody a little bit. It don't just fall in your lap. You'll stay mediocre. Somebody has to give you a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like anything what you do. Somebody gave you a chance.
Yeah.
Somebody took a chance on me.
Yeah.
And you have to make good on that chance, and you have to be passionate about what you do.
Yeah. And that you are.
I am.
Mm-hmm. Terry.
Yes, ma'am.
What's on your playlist right now? Like, I know that when you have clients, maybe they request something, maybe they want to hear their own music, but
Most of the time I play their own music when they're in the car.
you do?
Yeah.
And they want to hear their own stuff?
Not all the time. I'll just say one of the shortest ladies in the industry,
Uh-huh.
and if you did your research, you'll be able to know who she is.
I think I kind of maybe can
Loves Tupac. We have to blast
bless
it.
her heart. Bless her heart.
We have to blast it.
Really?
When she gets in the car, she's
And
like,
she all like,
Mr.
"All
Terry.
eyes on
I
me."
say, I already got you.
Oh, that's what's up. She likes her Tupac.
She loves Tupac.
Yeah.
And then she's going to go on stage and sing R&B.
I love it. I love it. Well, what do you plan? So if I weren't rolling with you right now, what'd you be listening to?
You? Oh, I think my go-to song a lot of times, I like the one with Nicki Minaj and August Alsina.
See, that's
No
why
Love.
that's why people love you, Terry, because I thought maybe you were gonna say like, I don't know, like some OG R&B. You just said Nicki Minaj.
And No Love, I like the song part, you know.
You be singing it,
And
Terry. You be in here singing
Jeezy all there, you know.
it. Okay.
Jay-Z seen it all.
You know I love Jeezy, don't you?
Yes, Jeezy.
You know, I love
Jeezy
Jeezy.
is one of my favorite clients.
I know he is, and so I thought
I
if
drove
I say
him
it,
so many times, I was scared to ask him for a picture.
hey, that's like a no-no, isn't it?
Not all the time. I get a picture, but it's a lot of clients that I've had that I won't ask for a picture because it's the vibe. If people are bothering them a lot for pictures and stuff, I let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always want a picture with you after I
Yeah.
finish my ride. I do, because I just
Stop
love you,
it.
Terry. I love you. So what's next for you?
For me,
Yeah.
I'm moving slowly into the corporate sector. I have some corporate accounts that are turning into fruitful jobs, so I don't have to always necessarily do the strip clubs, the other things, but I love doing my people. I love doing them,
Yeah.
even when they do too much.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I'm sure that you've seen quite a lot of things.
Yes.
Yeah, you have.
Yes, I have.
So you'd rather dip into that corporate and get out of the strip club?
No.
You want to still
We
stay in the
doing
strip club?
both.
You
We
still want
doing
to
both.
do
I
yeah.
mean, in reality, there's a lot of people out here that have black cars and black car service.
Yeah.
But where do we have a black car service that equals up to the other car service?
Right. You're right.
Not saying any names, there's 2 or 3 other car services that when Ballpark Village got something, that's who they call, because guess what? They live next door to each other and they break bread together.
That's right.
So I'm not getting in there. I've squeezed in there a few times, but they're not going to call me on a regular. They'll only call me in a bind.
And that's something.
I'm on Live Nation's call list, the
Good for you.
Shafis, the Stifle.
Good for you.
I'm on their go-to list.
I love that. I love that.
Me too.
As you should be. And I pray that you continue to prosper and to keep on rolling, Terry. Throw it in reverse, Terry.
That's the plan.
Throw it in reverse, Terry. Yes.
That's the plan.
Listen, I appreciate this. This was a lot of fun.
You know, this is the first time I've ever gave an interview.
Really? I feel very honored.
Find one somewhere. First time.
Thank you for that.
Well, everybody keeps telling me I need to tell my story, but I'm a very private person. You don't see one picture of my personal life on Instagram.
You're right. I don't.
I don't do it.
Yeah. Well, I am very honored that you shared this time with me.
You didn't have to say that.
No, but I mean it, Terry. I'm glad that you share with me. I admire you, and I think that you're really, really smart and nice, and then you smell so good, Terry.
Thank you. Do not put that on the air.
No, I mean, it's all in the car. You know,
That
it's all
might
in
be the
car.
car.
Can I tell y'all something that whenever Terry picks me up for church on Sundays, Terry's so good to me. I love Terry, but when I get in the car, the first thing I say, or one of the first things I say, is, "Do I smell like house?"
Or chicken,
Or chicken,
yeah.
because you know when you leave it, when you're in your house, you don't know if you smell like house smell.
Houses
But
have
when you get
different
into
smells,
you get into a car like this, then you smell like house smell, or the house smell becomes very, you know, what's my word here? Very much apparent. And so I think sometimes you lie to me and you say I don't smell like house, but I probably really do, because we probably smell like house right now, don't we?
No.
Let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. Terry, thank you so much.
Thank you for
sharing
having
with
me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. It was more my honor than yours.
Really?
Yes.
Thanks, Terry. I feel like I should sing a song now.
Don't. We ain't gonna go that far.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna stop now.
Did you cut that? Make sure you cut that.
No. I'm gonna get. I need to tell
Make
my.
sure you cut that.
I need to tell my friends about Brown and Crouppen, Terry.
Go ahead.
Okay, my good friends at Brown and Crouppen are here for you. If you are ever injured in any type of accident at no fault of your own, say you've got a loved one in a nursing home, something's not right. Listen, call them. all 2s in St. Louis, of course, or you can do all 7s in Kansas City. Call them, look them up online at getbc.com and get the compensation that you deserve. Brown and Croupen's been around since 1979, and since 1979 they've been winning cases and cases and been doing a lot of things to help people. So allow them to help you if you need it. And I don't want anything to happen to you, but if you need them, then you call them. All right? Until next time, remember what I always say. Life is death without adventure, and adventure only comes to those who are daring and willing to take chances. Have a wonderful day. Hey, hit that like and subscribe button right now on YouTube. All right, have a good day. See you. Bye. All right, Terry, where are we going?
I don't know.
All right, I think we did it. Yay!
What you think about that?